Okay, one more time. All right. I'm April White.
And I'm Christopher Tompkins.
And you're on the line with the Hype Busters.
Welcome. Ready for some real talk on strategic communications?
You're in the right place.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hype Busters.
Hey.
Oh, let's bring that up to a 10, April. That was about a 6.5.
Hey.
Okay, excellent. Well, welcome, folks. It's Chris and April doing Hype Busters, like you know, because you're listening to the show, which is nice. So welcome to the show. So this episode, we have so many stories that we know so much about. Me and April were just talking about how our level of expertise on some of these topics. Because, before each one of our shows, we really sit down and we think until we're sweaty. You know what I mean? About these topics. And, we throw a log on April's fire. And if you're watching on our OnlyFans channel, you'll see the fireplace behind her, which is
otherwise it sounds like very suggestive.
Hey, if you want to take it that way, folks, we're earning our mature rating. You know what? We were the number one podcast in Portugal, and then we got dropped because of our explicit nature. So I hope.
I like how it changes countries every time.
Well, you know what? We're international. We are. You laugh. I got the reports. I mean, when Veronica sends the reports over to me, the dailies, as we call them.
Yep.
And I look through all of our listener. I look at the demographics, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, April, what's been going on in your world?
Well, I have very exciting news on the collaborative front in that Hamish, who's been doing our marketing, is making it over to the US, and we are going to have our first in-person meet and greet, which is like just such a funny world, right? With the pandemic and everything. I still haven't met you in person.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm also going to meet Laura Schooler in person for the first time.
Oh my God, you've never met Laura before?
No. See, this is the funny thing. I have all these like very close friendships with people that are developed remotely. And then it's like, wait, I get to meet them in person? What will that be like?
Ugh, letdown. I mean, you worry sometimes. I'm kidding. I think it's
never been true.
I think it would be pretty cool. That's awesome. So when is he coming over?
Sunday.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's fairly soon.
Very soon. Yep.
Wow.
So we're headed up to Branford, Connecticut, and we're doing a full branding exercise from start to finish. So basically this company is well funded now and they're off to the races, but they started as a different concept. Okay. And as they evolved, they didn't really have their brand follow them. And so what we're doing is helping them get to the bottom of how they now want to position themselves, given that what they started as and the name of it doesn't have anything to do with what they're currently doing. So it'll be a full rebranding in terms of, the name, the concept, the logo, the design.
Oh, that's fun.
The full Monty. So should be really cool. So it's two full, really full days of meetings and some train rides and, some planes, trains, and automobile shenanigans in between, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, talk about like never meeting someone and then fully meeting somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're going to see how they interact with other passengers and on different modes of transportation.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. I mean, you guys will be totally fine. Are you going to be close to Hartford, Connecticut?
I don't know how close Branford and Hartford are.
Well, you should look into it because, I mean, if you really wanted to give Hamish some like full on culture, you can go to a taping of Maury. Because Maury tapes in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, is that why you're asking?
Well, right now, listeners, if you're listening to Dead Air, that's April searching for where Hartford, Connecticut is.
It's 12 hours walking, but I don't know why they gave me that as an option.
12 hours walking.
It's only 50 minutes, but it's further up. Branford is closer to like West Haven, Bridgeport.
Okay.
Area. Hartford is up.
Well, next time maybe you guys can do that.
We're doing a bunch of running around New York though to meet other team members too.
Oh God. Okay. Wow. That's going to be
we're flying into New York and then taking the train to Connecticut.
Oh wow.
And taking the train back to New York to do also a promo photo shoot on Thursday before I fly out.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I usually don't go and meet people.
I don't either, but now I want to come meet you and also do a photo shoot. Actually, funny story.
Oh my God. Okay. This
was
is
like,
warning alert. Warning alert.
Veronica was like, oh my God, a photo shoot with you and Chris is going to be so funny. And I said, yeah, all I'm picturing is us back to back with our arms folded with 2 dumpsters and one's full of cash and one's on fire.
Oh, that's perfect. I can arrange that.
Like, so I have to fly to Florida and I need you to come up with props.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Florida, we're talking about dumpsters. I got a ton of those. I passed like 4 dumpster fires on the way here today. I mean, honestly, that's how we do.
And then like all fake cash just like overflowing.
Oh God. And counterfeit money. That's another thing real big here in Florida.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to get that figured out, but
yeah, absolutely.
One thing at a time.
I think everyone is still, if you're still here, folks, welcome. There's more of this if you're enjoying it. We are on fire today.
On fire.
We're on fire. We're on fuego, as they say in languages. Okay, so
in language.
So
when you're not sure what it is,
why don't we get into some breaking news?
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my God, let's do it. You know what? You're always so into the FTC. Why don't you kick this one off, Apes?
I knew you were going to do that to me. Oh my God. All right.
I have to do all the social ones. You have to do something.
I know. Fair. Okay.
Oh my God. I know. Come on. Giving me all the heavy lifting. Come on. Lady.
So FTC, they endorsed.
A running start, folks. Go.
It's like, I'm just off, just like flying.
FTC. Oh my God. Energy level. If this audio was run through sentiment, what would it say? You know, I mean, the sentiment analysis would be a little bit better.
All right. Here we go.
Pump it up,
so FTC's endorsement guide maintains a focus on transparency and deceptiveness. So it says, in a sense, some of the FTC communication is far away from as good as PR can get. As we know, clear, unambiguous, concise, straightforward communication is the gold standard for PR. Conversely, a joke holds that if the FTC and other government writing were clear, lawyers' incomes would suffer, since anyone could interpret it. So basically, they said that they're updating the guides to crack down on fake reviews and other forms of misleading marketing. And we're warning marketers on stealth advertising that target kids. So that's their the newest thing. Then they say whether it's fake reviews or influencers who hide that they were paid to post, this kind of deception results in people paying more money for bad products and services, and it hurts honest competitors.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's been a problem for a long time. I mean, a lot of people get kind of schnookered into buying something from a weird website. Schnookered, yeah. I'm bringing that could be drunk or
bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Why not? Anything with like a solid 3 consonants together deserves another look. You know what I mean? Sure. But now with kids really having more buying power or more access, I mean, dumb parents have been doing this stuff for a while, just buying something and it's like, oh wow, this is great, and they end up getting it, and it's like, I mean, have you ever ordered anything from Wish?
No. Why? Okay. What happens? Okay, it's not a wish come true?
You need to look at what size it is, because it will be like, oh my God, look at this mug. And it's like, it comes to you and it's a doll's mug.
Wow. That sucks.
But it is a lot of fun to look through, because there's some pretty interesting things. But anyway, like you have to be smart about it. So, but also these reviews are becoming a big issue, because now people are like, oh, well, I'm going to using reviews. And what they're doing is they're kind of editing them. A lot of companies will edit them. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, you were the worst company in the entire world. They'd be like, you are the company in the entire world. And they will use that and people are like, wow, that's a great review. Still stupid. But like, I mean, it works for a child. But this isn't, I think, the end of the world. I just think it's like another thing that kind of hold people accountable, really. It's an accountability measure.
Yep. I mean, do you think it'll work?
I think these people that are utilizing these tactics will find other tactics that are just, as detestable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's now, and did we talk about this already? The bots that people are using to actually create social media comments on posts. So
Mhm.
there's now AI that people are using to actually look like they're real people, and they've perfected it at the point where people are interacting with the comments that the bots are putting out.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've used programs in the past that have those as a feature, and we have turned that
Mm-hmm.
feature off just because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Because it would be like if it's a pet industry client, and it's like an Instagram bot that you would get. What they would do is they would like, follow, and comment. And when they comment, it would be, if generally speaking, if it's a pet product, it's going to be pictures of cute animals. And it would be like, oh my God, that's so cute. When's the last time she had her nails cut? That could work for anybody. You know what I mean? Oh, good. Okay, that was a sneeze. I thought that was a yawn. I was like, Jesus, do I have to really kick it up a notch over here? What's going on?
I sneezed twice.
Okay, well, God bless everything.
I'm all right. Everything's fine.
Gesundheit from a line.
Should we move on to the next one?
Oh my God, yes, because anytime that I see the word Pinterest, I fall asleep. So Pinterest releases new shopping and seller features. Okay, I'm sorry, Pinterest. I do find you very boring, but I'm not your target audience. I think Pinterest is a really good site if you are looking for ways of marketing your business. So what they're doing is seeking to enhance their in-app shopping experience. So they have new features. So the API for shopping allows sellers to manage their product catalog and metadata. Good. Its product tagging pins are now they now enable merchants to tag their products in their catalog to branded content and images. So that's a really big deal. That's something that currently is available to people on Facebook and Instagram right now for tagging and shopping. So I do feel that Pinterest it's kind of like a quiet killer. Like, I think it could really be, with this feature, it's really, really good for advertisers and brands that are looking to really increase their social selling. But the video catalogs tool allows sellers to create videos for the items in their catalog and allows shoppers to view their products from multiple angles, which is just kind of like what you would see on a site like Amazon. And also is added shop tab on business profiles to help sellers better sell their merchandise. My main question is, why the f*** are you doing this so late? Like, why are you doing this earlier? Like, I don't know. Like, when an e-commerce company comes to me, I do not tell them that they should be starting off with Pinterest because there's no freaking shopping. And now they're doing it, and it's kind of like, this has been going on in Meta for like, I don't know, years. So I think it's like, oh, wow, breaking news. Pinterest catches up to the rest of the fucking universe. It's kind of like, that's the news.
Yeah.
But the features are good. So do you look at Pinterest at all?
Not really. It only happens if I Google an image and I end up there on accident. But I don't proactively use Pinterest. It's like if I'm, I don't know, Googling like entryway, mudroom, like creative design ideas or whatever.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden,
entryway, mudroom. I can imagine what some of the alternative pictures are probably coming up. We have to look at our search history, folks, but we can't. FBI still has the computer. It was Adele, but not Adele the singer. It was Adele.
Yeah, Adele.
So why don't we go on?
I left it there after I was on a bender.
Whenever we're talking about Pinterest, I love a nice solid meta chaser on that with a breaking news from Meta. And they're publishing a new report on the importance of building brand loyalty in online marketing. Loyalty. That could be a really good boy's name. Loyalty. Oh, come here, loyalty. Anyway, enough about my future children's names.
Yes, that'll be your next dog.
Yeah, my next dog. Yeah.
Olive and Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Can you imagine? Loyalty, come here.
Oh my God! Anyone who
Loyalty, go get your piggy.
Oh, Loyalty, you know,
go get your baby. Loyalty, do you want to go potty?
You want to go potty? No, poopy, Loyalty. No, the best thing ever. Like little insights. This is probably like one of our our bonus pieces. But I will literally, Olive will go deuce. She'll drop a deuce, and then I'll be like, oh, time to pee pee. And she immediately jumps down and pees. It's the cutest thing ever.
No, she does not.
She does. No, she's like human.
So cute. It's so cute. When I
Yep.
first got my dog, I taught her to go. I said, "Hey, you need to go potty," and she thought every time she went potty, she got a treat. So then I would ask her to go potty, and she would fake it because she didn't have to pee,
Yep.
but she wanted a treat, so she'd squat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable.
I heard the funniest thing. Yes, I think it was like last week on a show, and it was like I was so scared I was shaking more than a shitting dog's leg. And I thought to myself, now I could not see the leg and not think of that joke.
God.
But
That's
anyway,
all right.
but
Well, should we
you
move
know,
on since this is not really that interesting?
well, come on, consumer behaviors are changing, and this week Meta just published a new report. And it highlights some of the key trends in online shopping engagement and what they really mean for the brand and your brand as well, folks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 26-page report that you can see. We'll share the link in Hypebusters. You can probably skip clicking on it because it's kind of boring. But
Because you read the whole 26-page report?
I gleaned.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
gleaned
what
some-
was the most interesting part of the 26-page report, Chris?
I think it was that online shoppings increasingly care whether the brand supports values that they believe in. And it's increased by almost 10% from May to June to August to September of last year. So that data is really up to date, which I thought was really great for our breaking news segment. So looking at all of the data from 3 years ago when we were in the middle of a pandemic and then kind of trying to find a real world usage of it, I found it very troubling and misleading. Mm-hmm. So I'm busting the hype, skip the report. But I will say that if you want to get real good information, I guess, creating a community is like the new thing. That's what everyone is trying to do. And I think that that's really important. And I think they're just weighing in to say, like, oh, yeah, we are too. We want to do it too. That's it for that one. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, let's move on.
Yay!
I don't wanna talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Let it go to hell.
I thought we were going to sing like Bonnie Raitt or something.
No.
Give him something to talk about.
You know that song?
Julia Roberts movie? Oh, she looks rough.
Come on.
Okay, so this is our next segment.
Okay, introducing. Go, Chris.
Hi, folks. I am Chris Tompkins. I'll be your captain. Captain speaking. Next thing up is we are going to go really close in 5 minutes and around at Counterpoint. First one we're going to be talking about is a really, really hot take on the EA employees. So, April, why don't you take that? Because I'm taking the last two stories.
Okay. So let me get this fully up here.
Oh yeah, get it fully up. If anyone wants me to tell jokes in the meantime.
No, we got it. It's up now. Okay, so EA employees have spoken out after a controversial single, and a player game's tweet sparks backlash. So, okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
make it great.
Yes. So the EA's now notorious attempt to capitalize on a popular meme went down like a ton of bricks and left gamers and people within the industry aghast at the company's apparent tone-deaf response. The popular "there attend" trend is another creation at the hands of TikTok that implies a person could be absolutely stunning, but they have a flaw that overshadows their beauty. And then Twitter became rampant with variations of it, and EA tried to do the same, only it wasn't actually EA that did it. So there was a single-player tweet that caused widespread condemnation. According to USA Today, according to a recent tweet, the, quote, main EA account isn't actually managed by EA's internal social brand or communications teams. And one of the outlet sources said, I'm 99% sure the person who posted the tweet and their manager don't even know about single player games comment from a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the comment refers to EA's game chief Frank Jabu back in 2010 saying, their developer is very comfortable moving the discussion towards how we make connected gameplay, be it cooperative or multiplayer or online services, as opposed to fire and forget packaged goods only, single player 25 hours and you're out. I think that model is finished. Do you follow why this is so upsetting?
Well, I think what's upsetting is that these people that are playing games are pretty serious. I mean, they're okay. I don't know if you've seen. It's actually a really great show. It's done by Ron Howard and Brian Glazer. Is that his name? Brian Glazer. Anyway, it's on Netflix and it's called Web of Deceit or Web of Lies, and it's a series. And basically, the first episode in that series is about swatting and how these gamers. It all started out with these gamers that were chatting and they were just like being rude to one another, and they had like these whole other alter egos that were really awful and really hateful and nasty and telling people to go kill themselves and stuff. Anyway, this one guy got really into like calling SWAT on people's houses and saying like he was trapped and he was getting murdered in the basement. And then and what would happen is while they were playing the game, he would SWAT them. So the live players that were playing the game with him would see the SWAT team come in and get the person. So, I mean, it's really interesting. But that showed me the inside track onto how serious these people are. So if there are single players or single player gamers out there, they would take great offense to it. And I think what EA did was they're just like, sorry, man. I'm like, what? I just think the response sucked.
Yep, it did. Also, why are they not manning their own social media again?
You'd be surprised at some of these people that,
really?
Yeah. I mean, we've worked with absolute mega international brands doing things that I can't believe they outsourced over the years. And I understand why, because after working with them, obviously I can't drop any names here, folks, because I have NDAs up my ass, coming at my ass, really, because there's nothing, I don't put NDAs in my ass. I'm just overflowing with NDAs, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I'm so candid. But no, I would see the inner workings of these companies and I'd be like, holy who is manning this? It's like that game Mousetrap. But
oh my God, I forgot about that.
Oh my God, wasn't Mousetrap?
It never really worked. They had the commercials and it always looked really fun and you wanted to play it, and then you played it in real life and it was never even close to as exciting.
Oh, I used to love it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe you had a like version of it, or like you played because if like anybody had ever chewed any of the pieces, it doesn't work. Like it has to be absolutely. So if you were like chewing the guy that was jumping into the bathtub, and
that must be what it was.
It was. Anytime I see you, you're like, oh my God, I could really go for the guy that jumps into the bathtub of Mousetrap. It's phallic, right? Something you like. But yeah, so that's EA. EA, what the hell are you doing?
It's a bummer.
Yeah, but hey,
what's the lesson?
Go agencies available.
What do you think the lesson is here, though, for brands?
I think the lesson here for brands is that you have to be more connected to all of your messaging strategies. It's one of those things, and it's true because we do have clients. We've had clients over the year, and I'm sure you have as well. That are just like, you do you over there, and I'm hiring you to do that. I'm just going to do some crazy over here, and then it's like so disconnected that if your part amplifies, their part looks weird. And I think that's kind of maybe the reverse of what happened on this one. The actual agency that was working on it kind of fumbled the ball. Or what they would have done, this is another thing that happened, I could say this could have happened, is that maybe that agency reached out to EA and said, hey, you guys need to respond to this immediately. This is what we suggest. What do you think? And they're just like, well, we're going to have 85 meetings about this. And then we're going to call Japan in. And we're going to have a conference. And it's like, no, this is crisis communication.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, Japan's involved somehow. I know it is. But no, it's
why you got to smear Japan, man?
No, Japan's the bomb. I'm just saying that they have like I'm bringing the bomb back too. Schnookered and the bomb.
I see that.
Yep. And if you go to T Nation, we have all of our Hypebuster swag that has some of our favorite sayings on them. And we have a couple T-shirts that say "I'm Apes," which is selling like hotcakes, especially in nipple pink and violet. So if you like to get the crop top that says schnookered, we're selling those on Thursday of next week, which you will find out by looking at your calendar. Next up, we have another.
This one really creeps me out.
Oh, okay, so why don't you announce it?
Okay, so Snapchat hired the head of U.S. Secret Service. So Director Murray is becoming their new chief security officer. I think this is very strange. So Secret Service Director James Murray is retiring from his post for a new position as Snapchat's chief security officer at the end of the month. His private sector move was first reported by the Washington Post on Thursday, shortly after the longtime Protective Service official's departure from government was announced by the Secret Service in a public statement. He will join Snap, Snapchat's parent company, next month, and then will report directly to the CEO and the co-founder. I think this is very, very weird.
Yeah. Why do you think this is weird? Because you have strong thoughts on it.
Well, in general, I don't like when people from Secret Service or FBI, CIA enter media. That this has been happening a lot on the media side as well, where suddenly now they're news personalities. And it's like, what if, I don't know, I mean, I watch Homeland, right? Like, what if they're still connected to other people and there's some kind of thing happening behind the scenes? I mean, I think it's bad for the media credibility in general to have too many of these crossovers, because I think it just makes people's eyebrows raise. I mean, in this case, obviously he's their chief, security officer, so that's not as weird as if he were like suddenly director of marketing, like chief operations officer. That would be really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like, there was a statement that President Joe Biden said of Murray: Jim embodies the meaning of service over self and protected the families of U.S. presidents like they were part of his own, and we're incredibly grateful for his service to our country and our family. And now he's at Snapchat? Strikes me as weird.
Well, I don't know. Like for this, I agree
You're
with
the
you.
counterpoint.
I think it's weird, but I also feel like if you're looking for a chief security officer, I mean, if I'm looking at a resume, that's pretty damn impressive. I mean,
Well, yeah, but why? Like, protecting presidents and then protecting like social media platform?
Well, maybe he just wants a quieter life, or you know what I mean. Like maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe I don't know. I would say that there could be a conspiracy theory here, but like after seeing how people are changing jobs anymore, I don't have a clue. It's
Yeah.
I'm like the people that are applying to jobs. Like I had an archaeologist, like that was decorated archaeologist that had published studies, apply for an entry level creative assistant job, and I responded and I said, hey, you have none of the qualifications, and I'm not going to hire you, but curious, why are you going for this job? And it's just like, I want to try something different. I want a lighter lift, but I still want to be able to use my mind and whatever. And it's like, okay, we'll do Sudoku. Like, I don't get out the hell, waste my time. But but still, it's like I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff. So this is kind of in that category. But I agree, because you don't use TikTok because China's going to. Well, you do have that tinfoil hat, which works. But I'm kidding. I jest.
Hilarious. Okay.
No.
Should we move on to the next article?
Yeah, the next one is great.
It's great.
It's from one of my all-time favorite publications, The Drum. So, has the marketing industry really gone too far with social purpose? I would immediately say yes. Then I'll tell you what the article says.
Yeah, we both say yes. And then what does the article say?
So this P&G brand boss, Mark Pritchard, said the industry has gone too far with purpose marketing that focuses on good at the expense of creating work that drives growth. And that's pretty much a bold statement from the brand that inspired many a copycat of its ads focused on social and environmental causes. So they're saying, you're a little bit of a fake with this. But brands might say that it's their responsibility to have a do-good message at the heart of their ad campaigns, but cynics such as Christopher Tompkins, co-host of Pipebusters, might argue kind of work that will help marketers and their agencies win awards. At the Cannes Lion Festival, for example, a number of the Grand Prix gongs went to social purpose campaigns, regardless of their efficacy, et cetera, ad nauseum. I think it's gone too far. What do you think?
I completely agree. I mean, in general, and I actually just read an article for Newsweek about this, I feel like brands aren't doing us any favors as a already divided nation in uniting us. So I feel like
Right.
throwing your weight behind that as a giant brand and just adding to the further fractionalization of the country, not only does it not serve you having a diverse audience that is your target base, but it also doesn't help the fabric of society, right? So like why would you do that? I think there are certain brands who have already built themselves on being, identified as one side or the other. I mean, Ben and Jerry's is a great example of a brand that's just been around forever, and they were, supporting social causes, is the hippies that they are for forever. And so, like, okay, stick with that, right? That's part of the brand. You're Mike Lindell, and you've got My Pillow, and you're like leaning hard into that, and that's your target audience. Fine, right? But don't just be a brand who serves everyone and suddenly decides that you're going to throw your hat in the ring into some politically divisive topic, because first of all, you're not doing yourself any favors, and second of all, you never know when the tide's going to shift, right? So there are all these companies that took these hard stands. Okay, we're going to fire all the non-vaccinated employees, and now some people are still very upset about whether people are or aren't vaccinated, but for the most part, it's sort of exited stage left as being something that's central to the dialogue.
Yeah.
So if you decided to die on that hill, you took a big stand. If you're, for example, an airline that did that, do you now risk that from now until the next decade, unless you repair that decision, that you no longer get the same level of, customers from the opposite point of view? Also, on top of that, if you aren't consistently supporting it, which I know Chris and I have talked about before, like if you aren't consistently supporting a cause, then you look opportunistic. So if you're not consistently doing something for Black Lives Matter, and all of a sudden, oh, everyone's doing it, let's jump on the bandwagon, and then a month later you're done with it,
Mhm.
then you just look gross and slimy. You don't want to be just a clinger on. You want to be somebody that is devoted to something. So if your brand's actually devoted to animal welfare or the environment or whatever, fine, but just do it and do it consistently. Don't just jump in on socio-political topics that are hot just to throw your hat in the ring. I think it's very, very irresponsible.
I agree with you. I think that there's a better way of doing this. And I think that if you do have groups within your organization, depending on the size of your organization, that are supporting specific causes, then give to those causes and support those employees. That's a great way of
Mhm.
showing up. And then you could do a press release about it on the DL. You know what I mean? Not like do a whole ad campaign. But like if it's going like it's kind of like, oh, what's this month? Oh, it's Alzheimer's month. Everything's purple. We love Alzheimer's. We want to get rid of it. We're gonna, never forget. Like,
Right.
and then it's like, boom. Then it's Black History Month, and then boom, it's Gay Pride Month, and then boom, and it's kind of just like,
Mm.
it's lame.
It's
It's
lame.
lame. It's. I
It's
think it's just disingenuous.
Yeah.
And also, I think that then there's the other way for the people that play it really safe. And I feel like this is the other side of this coin, which is also
Mhm.
equally, which is like, I feel so many advertisements now feel like pharmaceutical ads. I feel like
Mm.
everything feels like a pharmaceutical ad. So, and why do pharmaceutical ads have a certain feeling? Because they're trying to hit every note, every color, every person, every age. Everyone is kind of like doing okay and they're in good situations, but we have to show every single person. And I feel like that's fine. Showing diversity is one thing, but forcing diversity or forcing kind of
It looks contrived.
it looks super contrived. It's kind of but it's really interesting too, though. I mean, I will look into even Shutterstock. We've worked with some clients that they focus on diversity in casting, and they're hired by like Shutterstock, and they're just like, we want all of these people, and the people they're choosing are all the ones that are as extremely unique, like all of the unicorns, because they want to start showing the unicorns in their ads to make them seem like they're more well-rounded. Aside from it being like, just be well-rounded, just be part of
Right.
like,
I don't like that forced thing, like forced diversity. I don't like.
yeah, like having like if someone has a bionic arm, it's kind of just like, okay, we need someone without a limb for this campaign. It's like,
Mhm.
I don't know. So
Right. Well, and why aren't you attracting and hiring those people organically and naturally, just because they're also considered along with every other qualified candidate, right? Why I don't quite understand that, but again, it seems disingenuous.
yeah, and I think social purpose marketing is like a gross subject altogether. I think social purpose is one thing, but when you put marketing to it, I do marketing. I'm about manipulating people. You know what I mean? It's manipulation. It's thought manipulation. Getting people when they are most apt at making a decision. I don't know. I don't like it. It's gross.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is something
that's way creepier than Snapchat hiring the security person.
Yeah. So if you are at Snapchat right now, go f yourself. No, I'm kidding. So next up, we have April's favorite.
Cash or trash?
Cash or trash. And folks, we have a humdinger that will leave you schnookered. Go to T Republic. Schnooker t-shirts are on sale now.
Actually, you need to screen share this because it's so bizarre.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share this, folks. So don't steal my IP. There we go. First story, KFC Crocs.
So disgusting.
Take them all in.
Why is this happening?
Oh, yeah. Give me that Crockage. Yeah.
Wait, they just did the weird thing with the flower bouquet, too. Why are they doing all these weird cross-branded efforts that are so bizarre?
This is what happens when you hire an intern to do your branding. This smacks of, for me, I think what they said is like, we want to do some crazy stuff. And then there's a new person, a new hire, and it's just like, can I just do anything? And they're just like, go for it. And they're like, yay! Let's do bouquets of chicken. And let's do like coleslaw underwear and like
coleslaw underwear.
Yeah, but the coleslaw is inside. Like, so you can just feel it, but it doesn't touch your skin.
No, it's disgusting.
It is, especially the carrots are really hard on your buttocks. So these are Crocs, really adorable, and they have a nice little representation of a piece of chicken. I would tell you something for nothing. If I came home, my dog would rip that chicken off that Croc so fast. But so are you going to be wearing KFC's latest pile of idea?
Nope. Nope, not happening.
How about if you had 1 foot in an HVR one and 1 foot in a KFC Croc?
No, still no.
And obviously, we could read longer in this article, and it will probably say they've sold out. Everyone has a pair already. Oh, aren't we cool? No, you made like 4 pairs and you gave them to employees, and you're sold out. I know this works, but this is great, right?
It's really something.
It's really something.
Really
folks,
something,
if you want to gift anything for April for her road trip, please get her a pair of KFC Crocs.
Please.
Because she's
actually, Chris also wants them for his RV trip.
I do. But I wanted the HVR because I'd like
Chris,
a little piece of broccoli and just pop it in.
What size shoes?
What?
What size shoes do you wear?
11.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. And drop into our DMs and we'll give you our home mailing address so that you can send us some shoes and probably kill us later. So so this is the KFC Croc, which everyone is clamoring for. So trash
all day. Gross.
Okay. Then we got Hola Fresh.
It's Hello Fresh.
Hella Fresh.
Hello Fresh.
Hello Fresh.
Hello Fresh.
Cooking series challenges Twitch streamers to unleash the feast.
What does that even mean?
It's a live cooking competition show on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, which isn't every fucking thing.
I see.
And it's a series that offers viewers a chance to win prizes and to receive discounts and free shipping on HelloFresh meal kits, which everyone's really breaking down their doors to win, I'm sure. There's each 75-minute episode features 3 popular streamers competing in a series of head-to-head cooking tasks with the goal of preparing a HelloFresh meal. Oh God, shoot me in the face. Viewers of the live stream can participate in the action by posting comments, whatever. Okay, it's a cooking show. We got it. We can get out of that. I don't have a problem with this.
I don't either. My only question is, who the hell's doing that? Like, people actually competing in these? Are the prizes big enough?
They're obviously streamers, so they have to be on Twitch. So they have to be active people that I'm guessing have some sort of following because they wouldn't just get regular.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it's a way of sort of supporting. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I'll cash this. I'll cash this. Do you do that? Do you do that? Like, here comes a box of ingredients and you cook it, don't you?
Yeah, Sunbasket.
Sunbasket is what you use. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed.
How many do you get like a month?
I get one every week.
I get one a
So,
week. Okay.
and I usually get 3 or 4 depending on which recipes I like and how much I'm going to be home versus not.
So you get 3 a month? Is that what you're saying? Or
No, 3 a week. So meaning I get 1 box a week with 3 or 4 meals.
Gotcha.
And so 4 boxes a month. So
Jesus Christ, how much does that cost?
don't know.
Yeah, don't tell. Oh man. So well, you know
in
what?
the military. Okay.
Food is good, and it does cost a lot to get it shipped. So get oh my God! It's like two of like these are all repeat offenders except for Ola Fresh. This one is another one. Okay, let me just get this.
But we just talked about. Well, I talked about Old Spice. I think with Hamish on the Trust Relations podcast.
Okay,
they did a super gross. It did a super gross ad where the guy had his armpit spouting.
Oh yeah.
It was like MacGyver style, so superhero or something. He was like saving the day, and then it was like a stream of. It was disgusting. Anyway, yeah. So Arby's is back though, because we've talked about Arby's a couple of times. They did the weird vodka.
Mm-hmm.
They did. What was the other weird thing they did recently?
Something else.
So this Arby's is just like Arby's and Hidden Valley Ranch and Crocs are all like in it to win it with all these weird crossover things.
Yeah, I mean, it's so basically this Old Spice and Arby's did a collabo to promote Sweet Defense Dry Spray, in addition to the restaurant chain's half-pound roast beef sandwich, which is all around the meat sweats.
What are the meat sweats?
The meat sweats are when you have too much meat, like you eat too much meat, and you start sweating because your body.
Is that an actual thing?
It is, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't eat meat. I had no idea. That's really gross.
But you have to eat a lot of it. It's not like you just eat like a hamburger and you get the meat sweats. It's kind of like when you overindulge.
I see. Huh.
Look at you learning on. See, Hypebusters is educational.
Yeah, it's all about sex and overeating.
Sex and overeating in your mudroom. with pants.
And my boyfriend, the hunk of cheese. Okay, so basically they're doing like a deodorant to help you when you get the meat sweats. So it's Old Spice meets Arby's because Arby's is saying you eat too much meat at Arby's.
Yeah, because Arby's is they have the meats.
Is that like positive to be like, hey, come overindulge and eat so much meat that you sweat?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a joke. I don't think they're trying.
2 cans are $60.
2 cans of what? I think. Well, this is all like collector's items. I'm sure.
Who's buying this?
I'm just looking at some of this. Also, Arby's, also Old Spice is teaming up with Thor as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Old Spice, I feel like this is a little jump the sharky for me. Arby's is I think that Arby's comes out better on this one than Old Spice does.
I do too, but I think it's weird but I don't know if it helps either really that much.
Well, the thing is that it's more about, it's kind of like, wow, look how much meat you get at Arby's. That's crazy.
I see.
And that's the deal with Arby's. Like when you order something from them, it's like, it's a lot of meat. And when you get Old Spice, you burn your armpits off.
Do you?
I don't know. Just throwing out some conspiracy theories.
I mean, Kyle uses Old Spice, and I haven't seen his armpits burn off.
Well, you haven't looked close enough because sometimes the burning happens beneath the surface. I mean, what lies beneath with the Old Spice underarm deodorant? I'm trashing this. I don't like it.
Okay, trash also. Okay, also, this I've been wanting to ask you the whole podcast. What's with the drum set in the back? Are you trying to keep up with me in the music studio behind me?
I'm like Sheila E.
Wait, so why aren't you playing this as like side effect, like, like why aren't you giving us? I can't hear it. Does it make a sound in the room? Oh my God. Wait, and do you have an Ableton push behind you?
Yeah,
Why do you have an Ableton push?
because you can create music on it.
Are you creating music now? What is happening?
That's been behind me. Anyone who's watched Hypebusters has seen the Ableton push behind me.
I never put together it's an Ableton push. So let's hear some beats.
I don't have it plugged in currently.
Oh,
I don't have it because I have to plug it into this
okay.
to plug it into the screen to make it
I
work.
see.
And my program is old and etc. It's problematic.
I see. So wait, do you use Ableton Live?
So, folks, this has been like an amazing episode of Hypebusters. It's really ended on a high note, which is nearly put me to sleep. But I'm still awake, and I'm here to say goodbye. So, what do we learn today? Nothing. April's going on a trip. EA is weird. FTC is weird. Snapchat's weird. KFC's
Old
weird.
Spice and Arby's are weird.
So
HelloFresh
the only
is great.
constants in your life, people,
HelloFresh
are
did a good
us.
job.
Chris and Apes. The only
Yeah.
people that can consistently deliver this amount of drivel that you subscribe to. And actually just got word from Veronica, we are number 5 in Romania, so we are climbing the international charts.
Yep.
But for some reason, it's we're number 5 on Facebook in Romania, so I don't know how that works. We'll have to look at our inner workings.
Well, we need everyone to like and rate our show and then subscribe and leave us a rating.
Yeah, and if you have comments, keep them to yourself. I mean, I really no. We love to hear from you. We love to hear from you, and that's what we like. We're open and honest people here.
We should thank everyone for joining us for another episode of Hypebusters.
Oh man, do you have any questions about the news companies and conversations from the show this week? You'll be able to find the contact details in the notes below. Meaning not below me right now, but below you when you're looking at this or reading this or just whenever you are.
Our DMs, technically my DMs, because Chris probably won't respond to you, are always open for news company suggestions that you want to hear about. And if you're looking to put your own brand in the hot seat, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going to come on the show, just be interesting. So see you next time, folks, for more real talk on strategic communication with me, Chris, and her.
April!
Oh, it is. It's April White.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. Bye.
Bye.